desktops. It is used, when used properly, it's going to be a great way to supplement instruction. And so today what we've decided to do is we're going to do some Movie Maker basics, and some of you might already be proficient in Movie Maker, but if you're not, this will give you an opportunity to feel comfortable enough with it that if I assign something with Movie Maker, which in the next 2 weeks you're going to be getting something with Movie Maker in it, you won't just look at me like I'm absolutely crazy and say, what is it and how can I do this? Now, for our means and purposes today, we're going to do 3 things. First off, we're going to learn, then we're going to practice, and then you will have an assignment. Your assignment is not going to be very difficult. It's going to be making a 20 to 30 second video about yourself. Okay? There will be some requirements that you'll need to do, and Mrs. McLaren and I are going to go over those in nauseating detail. We're going to practice. We're going to be looking at websites that are off of our school server, like regular Google stuff. There will be 3 things that you'll need to have open. First off, you'll need to create on your desktop, so go to your desktop. You'll need to create a new folder, and you'll need to name that folder About Me. If you don't know how to create a folder, right-click on your desktop, and then name it About Me. The second thing you're going to need to have open is my website. Okay? And the third thing you're going to need to have open, Mrs. McLaren's going to show you how to do that here in just a second. But, as we all know, some of us, including myself, have very short attention spans. And because of that, we're going to ask you to shark your computers at the very beginning so she can go through the whole rigmarole. Now my website is not blocked. I sent you a Gmail with the long email address in it yesterday. Okay? Or if you go to your Symbaloo, if you put it on your Symbaloo, it should be okay. But for right now, go ahead and shark your computer. We'll finish up some of those other things here in just a second. And Mrs. McLaren is going to lead you through some of the basics. She's going to show you by example, and then she'll give you an opportunity to play. Okay? So, go ahead and shark your computers. And Mrs. McLaren, it's yours.
Okay. I am not a repeat 50 times kind of thing. I'm going to say things once and then walk around and help you as I need to. So you really do need to pay attention. I'm going to go very fast. My movie's not going to be about me because you don't know me. You don't really care about me. Tomorrow is National Candy Corn Day. So my movie's going to be about candy corn. I think candy corn is disgusting, tastes horrible, but a lot of people like it. So what I did first is I created a folder. You made one that was about you. I created a folder about candy corn. I saved some resources into that candy corn folder, like 5 or 6 pictures. You're going to do 5 to 7 pictures about you, but mine are 5 to 6 pictures about candy corn. So, when I first start, and you're sharp and paying attention, I'm going to click the Start menu. You can see that I have Movie Maker here. If you haven't used it before, you will have to type into the search bar Movie Maker. It will pop up, and you click on it. When you click on it, it's going to say Accept or something else. You need to click Accept because it's the first time you've probably had it open on the laptop. Movie Maker's very easy. Very self-explanatory. I want to add videos and photos. Yours will probably, actually mine, let me make it bigger. It will say add videos and photos. I'm going to click that. I'm going to go to my desktop because that's where my candy corn folder is. I'm going to find my candy corn folder and open it. I'm going to hold down the Shift button and select everything. So if you hold Shift and you hit the first picture and the last picture, it will select everything. And click Open, it puts them into your movie. So what I have right now is a very boring movie of 6 pictures. I want to move them around because I don't like the order that they're in. I want this one to be the first one.
Officer Hepler, please come to the office. Officer Hepler, please come by the office.
See how all 6 pictures are blue right now? That means that all 6 pictures are selected. If you want to move one of them, you can't have all of them selected. You pick just the one you want to move. I want to move that one. Now it's blue. I'm going to drag it where I want it. I want the baby and the candy corn Oreo to be at the end. I want the candy corn to be second. And I want the factory to be before the baby. Okay, So I have them in the right order. Still a very boring movie, just pictures. To make the movie more exciting, I can do transitions. So, let's say I want this candy corn to have some sort of animation. I can click on it and it will preview what the animations do. So I'm going to click that one for no reason at all. But I can add a title. So I want to add a title here. I'm going to make my picture that I want to add a title to blue. I'm going to go to the home screen. And you can see I can click title. Actually, I'm hovering title. This says add a new title before that slide. So there would be a black slide first where you can put a title. You can also add words to the picture. I want to add my title actually on this chevron slide. So instead of picking add a title, I'm going to pick add a caption. And I'm going to type candy corn, oops, I can't spell, corn movie. That's why I don't teach English. I want to make it bigger, so I'm going to, just like any other program, change the font. I'm going to make it a 48, and I'm going to make it black, and I really want it all to fit, so I'm going to make it do that. Okay, so right now I have still a very boring movie. It has a slide, it's got a transition, and then another slide, still kind of like PowerPoint. So what can we do to a movie to make it more interesting? I can add some music. Now, this is not add your favorite rapper music. It's got to be free music that is licensed by Creative Commons and has no instrumental. So you're not going to be able to go search Justin Bieber or Wiz Khalifa and put it in here. You are going to have to use what we give you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Add Music. And I'm going to Free Music Archive.
We've double checked, it is unblocked in your computers, and so pay really close attention on what she does here because you'll be downloading a piece of this music to use in your presentation.
So what did I do? I clicked Add Music and I went to Free Music Archive. When I did that, it opened here. I'm going to look for a mood. Since it's almost Halloween, I'm going to do eerie. And I also need to click Only Instrumental because I'm going to talk over this movie and I don't want the music to have words in it as well. So now I'm going to go down and click Go. And then you can listen to the music, so just click here, play. And it takes a minute. Or not. And plug it in. Try it again. I don't know why it's not playing. I didn't mute.
There it is.
Okay. Alright, so that's my spooky music. I'm going to pick that. To choose that, I'm going to come over to download. I'm going to click the arrow and it's going to download. And when it downloads, I actually want this one. When it downloads, it's going to pop up right here in my little toolbar. Drag, so minimize this window and drag it onto your desktop. And then put it in your About Me folder. I don't need to put it in my candy corn folder because it's actually already in there. Done with this website. Go back to Movie Maker. And now we've saved your music to your desktop. You can add music from your PC. So I'm going to find the one that I want, which is this one. And I'm going to click Open. And now you can see with the green, it put it in there. So now, if I play my movie, I have still a slideshow, but I got some music in there.
I can imagine like a horror, like the...
Yeah, with candy corn.
Yes. I'm
Well,
stabbing
no.
up the candy corn.
No, the baby murder.
That way it dissolves and you can't find the weapon.
So, still a boring movie. What do you think I need to add now?
Voice.
Some voice. And it's very obvious. I can record narration. Now, Movie Maker narration is not fancy at all. It has 3 buttons. Start, stop, cancel. starts the recording. It doesn't give you a countdown, you know, like some sites give you a countdown. It starts immediately. Stops the recording. Cancel is I hate the way my voice sounded, so I want to delete it. That's what you would hit. I will record myself. It's going to be short and quick, and I hate how my voice sounds on recording, so just bear with me. It's nothing I can really help. But so I'm going to do record. Tomorrow is National Candy Corn Day. Candy corn was invented in the 1800s by the Golditz Confectionery Company. That company is now called Jelly Belly. Candy corn's made out of sugar, fondant, corn syrup, vanilla flavor, and marshmallow cream. Candy corn is a national obsession. We have candy corn fingernail polish. We have candy corn baby costumes. We have candy corn Oreos, which sound disgusting, blah, 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 blah. So now I'm going to stop. It will make you save your narration. You just click save. And now you can see where the microphone was and the little brown is. There is my narration.
I'm going to pause you for a second.
Okay.
Have you saved it yet?
I have not saved it. Thank you so much for reminding me. You know how Google Drive saves everything for you? Microsoft products do not. You have to save it yourself. So I'm going to click the little file button. I'm going down to Save Project As. I don't want to save movie because we're not finished yet. We're going to save Project As Candy Corn Movie 2. Because I'm going to have a lot of these by the end of the day. So now I'm going to save my candy corn. Tomorrow is National Candy Corn Day. Candy corn was invented in the 1800s by the Golditz Confectionery Company. That company is now called Jelly Belly. Candy corn's made out of sugar. Get it? Easy? Okay. What? No, I'm embarrassed. So what if you notice the music is really loud, and if you're kind of quiet, you aren't a loud talker, such as myself. No, I'm very loud. You can adjust the volume of the music, the volume of your voice. Let's say I only wanted that music for part of the movie, and then I wanted to change to other. You can double click on your music and drag your little bar to where you wanted to change music, and then hit split. Then it splits your music into two pieces. So like I could delete this piece because I don't like it and put something else in. Same thing with my voice. Let's say that I want to do part of it and I want Mr. Graber to record the other part. I could do my part, then split where I want his voice to go in, and he could put his voice in at that point. So there's lots of little things you can play with. I'm really just here to show you the basics. That's it. It's very easy. So once you get to Movie Maker part, I'll walk around and help you answer questions and all that. Did I miss anything?
No, I got a few things I need to do. So,
okay.
Go to my website. Now remember, I emailed you the link in your Gmail yesterday, and so if you can't, the tiny URL is not wanting to work, and that's just how it is.
And we are talking very fast because you have a lot to do in a very short period of time.
Okay, so once you get to my website, I need you to go to Symbaloo, okay? And so I need you to get to this spot. So go to Useful Links there on the side. And your assignment for today is going to be pretty simple. I want you to find 5 pictures that you could connect to yourself, okay? Things that you're interested in. And I'll show you what I want you to use to find those pictures, okay? That would be weird if there's pictures of you on Google. But you could use a picture of yourself.
From the webcam.
Oh, and see Facebook? Yeah, okay. I got you. Okay, so here's what I need you to do. I need you to get to my useful links. I need you to then click on the Google Images button, which is right up here. You need to click on this one in particular. Now, if you're confused on where to go, on the left-hand side it says Useful Links. And so you need to click that, and it's going to open up. Now, Google allows you to create your own search engine just specific for your classroom. Now, this one It's going to take me a second here. I'm going to open it up. It will only be searching images that have what's called Creative Commons, which means you don't have to cite them. Okay? I've made it easy for you. Now, it does make that selection smaller, so you don't have the 4,000,000 images of pizza. You might have 1,000. Okay? So, for instance, I need to choose 5 things about myself. And so, some of you guys know this, some of you don't. I like cars. I've always liked cars. Cars are kind of my thing. And so I'm going to look up one of the cars that I own. Maybe it's not in this condition. Actually, mine's in the barn. So I'm going to go with Volkswagen Scirocco. Now, I don't have the new one. I have one like this. Okay, now mine's red, and it has seen better days, but this is the kind of car I have. Now, in the past, when you've done this, sometimes you right-click on the picture and save, right? Or can you go to the actual image itself? So for right now, you should not be searching. You should just be watching. So I'm going to go View Image. Sometimes it will let you do this, and sometimes it won't, because sometimes that website will be blocked. Right-click on Save Image As, and then what folder are we going to save this in? Our About Me folder, right? So I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now, I'd like for you to take the next 5 minutes, and I know that's not a lot of time. The next 5 minutes, there'll be a timer on the screen. I want you to find 5 images of things that you enjoy. It can be a sport, it can be a food, it can be something that's about you, something that represents you. So 5 images. Okay? Click on that Google link that I've given you, and I need you to find 5 images and save it to that folder. I'm going to go ahead and put the timer on, and I'm going to put it on for 5 minutes. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot of time, but you should all know what you like and what you don't like, okay? And please make them school appropriate. Now, there will be images that will be X'd out with the blue X. Don't click on those because the filter said those are naughty images, okay? So here we go.
And it's got to be quick. You don't have time to worry over the perfect Clash of the Clan picture or whatever.
Or that perfect picture of you and a puppy. Or maybe your favorite food, like a cucumber. What do you need? What are you looking at?
You're obsessed with cucumber.
Our dog eats
eating
cucumbers, and Corey, yes, was having. He looked up a dachs with a cucumber in his mouth. I thought ours was the only one. Our dog loves vegetables. It's just bizarre.
Who loves vegetables?
They can't have onions.
No, onions are not good for them, nor raisins. But he
I
really
did not know that.
Or grapes.
grapes they'll call renal failure in
Interesting.
animals, which is craziness. But so. Now, I might give you a little extra time if you need it, but 5 images, okay? So choose 5 things. Maybe you like pizza, maybe you like soccer, maybe you like... What? Okay, well, you're not leaving those, you H. Where are you going to save? Into your desktop.
Remember, you want to save these into your About Me folder on your desktop. If you need help, let me know.
Right click on it, save image as, and you're going to go to your desktop and create an About Me folder. So click on that, and save. I know, it's almost too easy,
How
isn't
do you
it?
shorten the time?
Yes, sir.
And then
You could save image as.
Yes, save image as.
so you see your About Me folder.
How do you shorten the time?
Okay, and then you're going to go to your desktop.
You make an About Me folder. You can use that.
And all about me. Oh, I made you do an extra step.
How would you shorten the time?
Shorten the time. What do you mean?
Because you use 20 seconds, this is 10, 30 seconds.
Oh, I was just, you can shorten
I
the
put a
time.
picture of me on
each
there, though?
picture
Yeah,
is
if you've got a
on
picture of you, you can find.
Okay,
Now,
I have some on my computer.
now here's the thing. Our next assignment is going to be, you'll be assigned a person. You'll need to create a 20 to 30 second clip about that person. You'll have to do research and all that kind of stuff. But for right now, we're just messing around.
I found your school one too.
So remember, 4 minutes. So don't be looking too hard. Just find one of the first things that comes to it, because we don't have enough time, unfortunately, to look all day for that perfect image.
Are you serious?
Aww.
I'm gonna ask what my name is.
And make sure your images are, please be school appropriate. So even though it might not be blocked by the filter, it doesn't mean,
Can she use pictures from her Google Drive?
I'd say that'd be fine.
Yes.
As long as they're school appropriate.
That's
Yes,
not
ma'am.
school appropriate. You're biting your finger.
Okay, right click Save as. And then you have a desktop. And then about me. Just press save. Pretty sweet how it works, isn't it? It's, like I said, it's deceivingly simple. Okay, so you need to have a minimum of 3 pictures. I know some of you aren't maybe to your 5 yet, but you need to have a minimum of 3 pictures. And we've got about 1:30 left, so just find some stuff real quick. I know it feels like we're rushing you.
We are.
We are, but this is not a ABC assignment. This is a practice assignment. And then later on, when we have something else, you will be graded on it, and you'll have much more time. Okay, we'll give you multiple class periods to work on it. Find at least 5. Have at least 5. 3. Okay, so 3 will work, but you need to have more than 2. Okay. Now, quick show of hands. Would people use an extra minute if they had an extra minute?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll get an extra minute. You guys have been working awfully hard. I'd love to see you on task like this. This is awesome. Yes? What's going on? Cool Ranch Doritos, I think they're by the devil. I cannot have them anywhere around me, because even though I'm not hungry, I hate Cool Ranch Doritos because I love them so much. Okay, you still have a minute. Remember, we talked about a minute, so just be trying to get as many as you can. Okay? Try for another minute. Find some things that work. Are you?
I have 7.
You have 7. Okay.
This is my last one.
You like eggs?
No, I hate them.
And why would you? Oh, that's a way to define you, because you don't like. Okay, now Dominic, there are some people that are still having problems finding stuff. Would you be able to help them since you have other stuff? Okay, so if you're having problems saving, ask Dominic. He'll be able to help you too. So just raise your hand, say, hey, Mr. Graver, or Dominic, or if you have images. 3, 4, 5? Okay.
I don't know what you like to do.
What do I like to do? Well, I like to sit in school and listen to Mr. Graver talk. No! That's not what you... I think if you Google me, there are images out there. I don't even want to know what they look like, but I have
I
somebody...
Googled myself and nothing came up.
Oh,
I don't
I am
exist.
out there.
I don't exist.
It's nothing bad. All my police reports, no, I'm kidding.
Mr. Graber, I don't exist apparently.
You don't exist.
According to Google Images, I don't exist. I Googled myself and there were no pictures.
Sweet! I have pictures of me already on my laptop, so I could just add it on there.
Is that you?
I don't
Are you
know.
Googling yourself?
Yeah, I just did.
You're a baby?
He has a baby.
Wait, is that a Heston swallow?
Is that your baby? Is that your...
That's funny. Scroll down. There's me. Why am I on your Google search?
I had some, but they're off.
There's a lot of pictures of me on there. Just type in picture of cuddling.
Okay, I know that I got you off task a little bit, but here's what I need you to do. I need you to now, once you have gotten your 3 to 5 pictures, I would like for you to start Movie Maker. Now, mine's already open,
I think I have like 80 of them.
but go to Movie Maker. Remember, you have to search for it sometimes. So, click on Movie. It will ask, if you've never used this program before, it's going to ask you, do you accept the terms of service? Now, here's what they're telling you. They're saying, we are not responsible if you misuse our program, and if you do something illegal with it, you can't blame us. Okay, and that's good, right? Okay, so go ahead and press accept if you've already got that. Okay, go ahead and press accept, and I'm going to click on mine, and I'm going to import my pictures. Okay?
If you're having any problems, raise your hand.
Okay, I'm going to click a new one because this is one from last hour.
But I have.
New project. You want to save my, no. Okay, so new project. And remember, we're going to add photos. So everyone click on add photos, please. I know I'm going fast, but Mrs. McLaren is out here to help you if you need some help. And I'm going to click on
Sorry. I know what you're doing now, sorry. was trying to help.
desktop,
Okay.
about me. Okay, and notice I'm going to select all of my pictures.
To select all your pictures, hold the shift key down and select the first one and the last one.
Yes, sir.
I messed up. How do you delete?
I got
Like,
Press
you know,
delete.
And then click
That's
open.
Hey, I like zebras.
okay.
Especially the sand.
All right, so click open. Notice what it's going to do is it's going to import all of my images.
Why is there like a bunch of
That's, if I had unlimited money, that's what I would have. Yes, ma'am.
A Jaguar?
Who you like Google?
Jaguar.
1960
Okay.
Cobra muscle?
How do I move these
All right.
pictures?
They're already all set.
Okay, now remember what we talked about with moving. Now as you come in, notice all of mine are highlighted blue. We have to click out of that.
Just click on one of them.
Just click on one, and guess what? Now the Jaguar is, I'm going to put it back here, and notice it moves out everything around. Okay? All right. Now, it says it's 49 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's spending 7 seconds on each photograph, right? Okay, now here's what I'd like for you to do. We're going to add music. And so I want everyone to shark their computers just for a second. Don't completely shut them down. I would like for somebody at table number 4 to tell me what do I press to add music. Wyatt, what do you got?
Hit add music.
No, Mr. Graber! Okay, and that's not what I needed. It didn't do that. Okay, add music. Free music archive. So go ahead and do that on your computers. And it's going to take you to this website right here, which is unblocked. Okay? Now here's the deal. Don't make this get blocked. So use this in the way it's supposed to be used. Now scroll down, and on the left-hand side, you're going to want Creative Commons. So you need to click under the license, Creative Commons. You also need to choose only instrumental. And for today, we're going to look at genre. Is that that's what you clicked, right?
Yes.
Genre. And
Do not bother searching for a specific title like the Rocky theme song or any of that. It's not going to be there because that's royalty music. That's music you have to pay to use.
Okay. And actually, let's click. Let's do moods, and let's do, instead of eerie, I'd like for you to put rowdy. Okay? So you're going to change your mood to rowdy, which a lot of people in this class have that problem. Instrumental and Creative Commons. Now, the music here on this side is going to be rowdy.
Can we only use Reddit?
I'd like for right now you to mess with just rowdy.
Do we put
Yes, you can start listening. This is where if you have your earphones, you can start listening to some music. Let's take about 4 minutes here.
There's only one. What if we don't have only one?
There's only one?
Yeah.
Okay, then change it to something else. I'm sorry, let's go happy.
But you have to scroll to the bottom and click go, otherwise it won't.
Oh, that's my problem. I'm sorry. Okay, I clicked.
Oh, there's a lot more for happy.
Okay, choose happy. Yeah.
I can't see it.
It's not.
Okay, now the other thing I want to remind you of while you're still doing this is, so let's say you find one.
Please come by the office. Lindsay Jones, please come to the office.
So let's say that Baylor's like, oh, this is it. This is the music I will use for the remainder theme song of my life. Now, we press the down arrow, and it will download to your tray right in here. Once it's downloaded, Baylor, what am I supposed to do?
You minimize it,
Okay.
and then you drag the download.
Okay, that was not minimized. That was doing other things. Okay, so I minimize it, and I put it in my folder. Okay. I should have her come and do it because I'm having issues. All right. So can I just put it on my desktop for right now?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, or I could, okay, so I'll put it on my desktop. Waiting for technology. Okay, so be messing with your music.
And again, just like the pictures, don't obsess over listening to every single clip and trying to find the perfect one. This is just practice.
Can we listen to it?
That's up to Mr. Graber.
Yes, sir.
We don't have earphones.
Yes, you can. But I would say limit your music selection to like 3 or 4 minutes here, because we want to practice putting it on. We want to practice doing this. Now, in the other hour, we're going to have to spend a little bit of time tomorrow doing this, but we're not going to use all hours. So you need to have majority of it done. Oh, but before we do anything else, what have not we done yet that we have to do because we need to save?
Or not.
Okay, so you're going to save project as. Remember, save project as, and you're going to say about me, about Mia.
Where do we save it to?
To your About Me folder.
Yeah, so you save it to your folder, okay? And when we do projects like this, I'm going to have you create a folder like this, so all that stuff goes in that folder, so you don't have to worry about it being somewhere on your computer, okay? So, import music. You have 4 minutes. Find a song and import it. Okay? This is McLaren's walking around. I'm walking around. I'm going to just add my music right now, so if you want to watch the process another time on how that works. Okay, so add music. I click on add
This
music
kind
and
of
go,
music is not happy. It sounds quite depressing, actually.
I'm sorry you're depressed.
The recording, so I don't know. What's your music?
Mr. Graber, I think that the whole
didn't take your
school
picture?
needs to have
Did you write play?
floods added to your,
All right, I mean.
Our supply list.
next year.
You know, we talked
did.
about that.
It was.
It was, and so Mrs. Rivero tried to make sure, but,
Okay.
and I think maybe we also need to purchase maybe a team set.
Yeah.
So we have 30 that we can just use. You know, the problem is that other people's ears are gross sometimes, and how do we get the right ones and we can clean them? So,
Well, you can get the ones that you can, like, put this, like, thingy around, and then you can take it off.
gotcha. That is a good idea.
Of course, she's having fun.
Or you could,
It sounds like 80s music.
I'm sorry. Okay, so
That's the one I'm on right now.
see the desktop and just drag it to this.
Which one is it?
Readers, do you read?
Oh.
Oops.
So chill.
If you're having problems, raise your hand.
Ugly little.
Not mental problems, but computer problems.
I have many mental problems, so.
Whoa, what if it's
And if you are like, oh, completely lost yet at the end of the day today, we will go through this again next time we're going to do it, and we'll spend some time practicing.
I will show you this.
Or we'll just show you the video. This is what you did last time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 2 minutes. Find your music. 2 minutes.
Okay, now
And
my
add
music's
it.
loading. My music is
Did you
loading.
make that picture?
Yeah, I know.
This one? Yes. There's a website that you can do that, and just save it as JPEG.
What do you need, Cecilia?
Yes, ma'am.
This is not happy at all.
Okay, my music is loading, and it said it's gonna take 5 minutes, so.
No, mine downloaded.
Actually, I'm working on that.
Mine downloaded.
Mine says opening in 5 minutes.
Or next time.
You did it in special, you can't save it that way.
How can you go back into moving now to put it?
They told us 3 times. Figure it out.
From 5.
Okay, to the alphabet. Alright.
Hey, I just one
With
second.
music, you can't right click save. You've got to hit the little down arrow, the download button.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have your timer, Mr. Gray?
I don't, but we're gonna say 1 more minute
One more
here.
minute.
It's still down.
Yeah, mine's still downloading.
Quiet.
I'm still at 6 minutes. This will take 6 minutes.
Shirt and you put it over here.
Okay, what's confusing here? Alright, I want you to pause just for a moment. I need to have a real quick, everybody's eyes on me. Okay? 5, I'm ready to move on to the next thing. 4, I'm still adding my music. Okay, so 5, I'm ready to go. 4, I'm adding my music. 3, I still need some help with pictures. Now, if you need some help with pictures, that's perfectly fine, but I'd like for you to try to be the 3 to 4. So I'm seeing some 4s, I'm seeing some 3s.
Let's see if I can help you.
Okay, now,
Mine's downloading.
just a second. Pause. Guys, total silence for a second. Here's the deal. I know it's taking a little while to download because a lot of people are downloading. So if you could look at your partner's screen, the person sitting next to you, and see if you say, hey, wow, you're to this point, or can you help me do this? It's perfectly fine, okay? So double check with people at your table to see where they're at. Okay, so this one's going
Okay,
It's just going to sit for 30 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize. So what we're going to do is,
Like, pause it.
hold this to your mouth.
Oh, yeah, that's what I forgot to do.
Okay, so there should be there.
Really? We don't have dubstep? It's in there.
yeah, they do.
Wow,
No, they
no.
don't.
I
I just
Hey,
checked it.
guys, back. Whoa, back here. Okay, remember you're finding music. You should have your music downloading, so you shouldn't even be on the website anymore. You should be adding it to your movie maker.
By searching music. Which I did one.
Okay, do you have your music added already? Okay, so,
How do I automate?
alright. I want everyone to stop where they're at.
No, not like that.
Okay, now I understand that not everyone's at this spot, but I would like for you to save where you're at, and we're going to go to the next step, okay? Now I know that some of you are still trying to get those pictures, some of you are finding music, some of you are, now, I'd like a quick reminder, how do I add my voice? What should I choose?
You go to record narration.
Okay, so record narration. Now, okay, I shouldn't hear any more music. So those of you that are playing with your music right now, remember I said that's not where you need to be. Okay? So I'm going to go record narration. And notice, remember, as we said before, this is not one that counts down. So you need to be ready to go when you press record. And I understand that in this classroom right now is not a very good environment to do some recording. So tomorrow, I will allow you, at the very beginning of class, we'll have people that can kind of move around a little bit, but we'll only spend about 10 minutes doing this, okay? And you'll need to have an introduction for your About Me. Hi, my name is Melissa Curry, so this is some pictures about me.
Do you want to give a real name?
Yes. Okay, well, unfortunately that's part of the assignment, so you're going to have to be, okay? Now, your assignment next week is you're going to take on the persona of someone from Kansas history. You have to make a 20 to 30 second clip about them.
That's all? 20 to 30 seconds?
And amazing though, 20 to 30 seconds can take some time if there's some things you need to cover. So, I'm just going to do this right now.
Wait, how did
My name is Mr. Graver, and I'm somewhat annoying to my students. They don't like the fact that I have them do things in class, and I require them to do fun stuff like learn. Okay, and remember, it makes me save it, and notice I put it right underneath there. Okay? Now, we've got about 7 minutes left in class before we got to go to lunch, and here are some things that I need you to do before we transition into the lunch. And so don't be packing up, because we're not even close to that yet. I made that picture, actually.
Oh, I was like, you found it.
So here are my objectives. When I dismiss you for lunch, that's when you'll put your computers away today. So up until that point, you should be either working on pictures, working on narration, working on finding music, adding captions, okay? So this is your time to mess around. I will tell you when to put your stuff away, and now's not the time. So you need to be working on your project the whole time. Okay? If you have questions, raise your hand.
Man, every time I search for pictures of myself, it comes up with a bunch of different beer brands.
Well, what you have to do is you have to put the beer with quotation marks, and then Google will only search those two together. Otherwise, it's like Colby, all the Colby listings, and then beer, all the beer things. So,
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so remember, you're working on either adding more images, working on sound, adding captions.
This is not what it looks like. This music is like
Adding music.
Why this? Does it make you feel rushed?
Because it's saved in
Sweet.
Go back to that.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Graver, are they gonna have to present this for the class? Okay. We go through that. Look at this. Here we go. Make sure that represents me under this.
Alright, if you're having problems, raise your hand. Well, that means you're all getting it.
Wait, am I supposed to now like add the caption?
I would add a caption. Now, do you want it to be at the bottom or do you want it to be? Oh, we've got it. Figured out.
Okay, do I like put my name or what?
I would put your name about me. Since it's really just practice for this program.
Too happy. What is that?
You searched up.
Serious?
Okay, so make a title page about me and put your name.
I did it.
Way to go.
No idea. He has phantom music.
It's fancy.
Yeah, he's X'd out of it altogether. He's got phantom music.
I don't like that.
What the heck? I'm having that same problem.
How do I?
Now, is there a... Okay.
About me.
too happy.
Are there do fun stuff like learn?
You're like, I think you're done. You still have to add music in there, I think,
He's got a nice smile, I'm not going to lie.
Are you talking about yourself?
No, he's not talking about me, I was talking about this.
That was perfect timing.
Hey, my sister.
So, okay, here's what I need you to do. I need you to save where you're at. Go ahead and save. And I need you to, we're going to just, for right now, play it through what you've got. Let it go run through once or twice.
I don't like the fact that I have to do things in class, and I require them to do fun stuff like learn.
Like learn.
Like learn.
I don't know if I like this music.
My music sounds like 80s music and it makes me really happy.
Okay, so practice having to go through. I know that some of you don't have your narration done, some of you don't have your title stuff done, have a practice to go through. Now there is a really cool feature on this we have not even tried yet, and you can actually shorten or lengthen your slides in transitions. You can also add multiple tracks. You can make the music louder than the speech, or the speech louder than the music. Okay, so you don't want anyone to hear you. Okay, I know there's some folks in here that are like, don't make me listen to myself. Let's let you go outside in the hallway. Now, your assignment in the next week or two is going to be, I'm going to give you a Kansas person. You're going to find some things about them and create one of these. And
Are we gonna do an about me?
We got somebody that...
Or are we gonna do a like?
The person.
well, the about me was more for practice, but you know, I'd like you to still mess with this. I mean, this is now here's the deal, and I want you to be very aware of this. If you are messing on this program in other classes without permission, this is a writable, I mean, like, they will give you 5 minutes after school and I will not back you.
This is considered
Okay.
a game?
No, but it's not considered a game, but you must have permission. Hey, Miss Golly, I'm working on this for social studies, can I work on it? You must ask permission. Just don't assume that you can do this instead of something else.
Like, if they say, like, work on homework or work on something else.
You can work on this because this is, I would consider this homework. Now, it is something that you'll get some time tomorrow for, but it's not like, you know, so but it's not like, oh, it's an emergency, I must do this instead of doing such and such. Camera's on, the red light is.
Make her run in front of it.
Okay, so,
You're the one who were complaining about not wanting to be on it.